Perfect Match is an Australian dating game show based on the format of the American game show The Dating Game. Perfect Match was produced by the Reg Grundy Organisation. It originally aired on Network 10 for 30 minutes most weekdays from 5:30 p.m. between 1984 and 1989. The format was revived in Australia for subsequent programs Blind Date based on its US counterpart on Network 10 in 1991, and again a revised version of Perfect Match, this time airing on the 7 network in 2002. Overview. The show featured the same format as international versions The Dating Game and Blind Date, with a contestant determining their perfect match by asking 3 potential suitors of the opposite sex hidden behind a screen a number of scripted compatibility questions. Each episode featured 2 different rounds. One featured a male asking questions of 3 unseen females. The other had 1 female asking questions of 3 male contestants. Viewers of the show could see all contestants throughout each round. Frequently the questions, along with the answers contestants gave, aimed for comedy and were imbued with sly innuendo. After 3 questions, the contestant would choose their preferred partner based on the answers they had given, and would then be revealed to the contestant. Both the contestant and selected match would then win the prize of a holiday to be taken together, along with the television crew. After this, the partner with the highest compatibility score, based on responses to interview questions prior to the game, specially calculated by a computerized robot called Dexter, would be revealed. Although this would have no effect on the game itself or the actual awarding of prizes. Each episode also included a recap of the holiday taken by an earlier couple. The segment included footage of their weekend away, along with edited highlights of video interviews with each individual in isolation after returning home, which would be played to the couple as they were interviewed together in the studio. Sometimes previously unrevealed true feelings would be revealed when the video interviews were replayed. The comedy company character Kylie Mole once appeared on Perfect Match. Another comedy company character, Marika Con, the fruiterer's long-suffering wife, also made an appearance on Blind Date. WWF professional wrestler Paul Roma also made an appearance on Perfect Match. Hosts. Perfect Match was hosted by Greg Evans for the first 2 years. Through an oversight, Channel 10 forgot to renew his contract, so he was signed by Channel 9, who warehoused him. Cameron Daddo replaced him as host of Perfect Match from 1987 to 1988. After Daddo left the series, Evans, whose contract with 9 had expired, returned to Network 10 as host for the final season. The show also featured hostesses Debbie Newsome, 1984-85, Tiffany Lamb, 1986, and Kerry Friend, 1987-89. After an initial relaunch returning in 1991, now known under the UK title of Blind Date, the show was again hosted by Greg Evans, with Nikki Buckley serving as hostess. Craig Huggins was the narrator who recapped each contestant with quirky one-liners. Nikki Buckley was later replaced by Swedish-born model Anki Nordberg, again known under the original title of Perfect Match. A 2002 revival, albeit brief, was hosted by Shelley Craft and Agro. Radio broadcasters Max Rowley and Bruce Mansfield served as voice-over narrators. The original series also featured Dexter, a robot that supposedly mathematically calculated the compatibility of the couple. He was voiced by Keith Scott. In the 2002 version, Agro partially fulfilled a similar role to Dexter in announcing the couple's compatibility scores. Lyrics to the Perfect Match theme song, like peaches and cream, and a coach and her team, like the sand and the seas, and the birds and the bees, like an oyster and a pearl, and a guy and a girl. What have you got? You got a perfect Perfect Match. It's a Perfect Match. New Zealand version. A short-lived version hosted by Butch Bradley and Tiffany Baragwanath aired on TV3 from 1989 until 1990. It followed the same format as the Australian version. See also: List of Australian television series. Perfect Match at the Internet Movie Database. Perfect Match at TV.com. Perfect Match at the National Film and Sound Archive.